www.villemusic.com.
Easy to all you bass freaks, this is Villem. We're going to recreate some Dillinja style bass today. If you haven't seen it, go check out the Metalheads documentary where Dillinja takes an 808, distorts the life out of it, and gets one of his very famous bass hits. I'll put a link up here. So let's take you through exactly what I mean. We're going to get a classic 808 sample, put it into a Logic EXS24 sampler. The 808 bass I'm talking about is a kick drum taken from the Roland 808. That was then used in 1,000,001 Jungle records in the early 90s, just pitching up and down, used as a sub bass. You can hear it there. So that was the 808. Now Dillinja then took that and sort of made something completely unique and distorted. So let's go through exactly how I've recreated it. First off, I've got a bit more sub into the 808. The more sub that pushes into your distortion chain, the more distortion that's going to happen. It's all about the low end and exciting the low end, and then layering that on top of your clean 808 sub. So this is just adding more sub. It's a Ozone Dynamics multi-band compressor. It just compresses at the very bottom end, 8 dBs worth, and then regain, because when you compress you lose volume, so you just regain it. So that's just giving it a bit more welly at the bottom end there. So let's get into the nitty gritty and how we distort the 808. I use Ascend. Bus 1 is Ascend, which is layering on top of the original signal. And this is my distortion chain that I literally just made up just now. There's many ways to do this. I have to big shouts out to Mr. Charlie Brake. He kind of showed us lot in Bristol, and I've taken that and created my own version of that. Basically, let's go through what's happening here. First off is the tau filter. This is just gained on the output. This filter is really cool, but when you gain the output, it gets a bit of a distortion there. So you can hear that already. Already starting to do some fun. Next up, we've got a big old slab of EQ rolling off the bottom, because we just want to excite. We want to excite the sub, and then we just want to layer it on top. So I've rolled off the bottom, so then it layers up nicely, and we've got 24 dBs around 690 hertz, which is no set reason, it just sounded good at that point. So don't be afraid to really get crazy with the EQ settings. Next up is a Saturn. This is giving it a bit more fizz. Kind of warms it, it saturates it, gives it a bit of a uniqueness, I think. Next up is the Density. This is an Air Windows plugin. Looks really simple, but it does a heck of a lot. So more distortion, more saturation. So we've got 1, 2, 3, lots of distortion, really trying to push that top end. I kind of liked it about there. Ozone exciter, multiband exciter, and I'm just using these two. As you can see, we've got a lot of signal coming in, some hiss. This is what you want. You want just a lot of over-the-top gain, stuff that's going to give you a unique sound, and the exciter just excites that very top end again. So really getting crazy at the top end. More saturation. more fizz, more hiss, and just more saturation again. And then last but not least, I like to put on some reverb. This is the Lexicon Vintage plate, really nice reverb, and that is put on the send channel rather than putting on the original signal. I like to just put it on the send. So now you can really hear how it's kind of opened up the sound, giving it some depth, some width. So now we've got a real distorted, fizzy 808. I mean, that's, if you look at the video, that's what he's doing. He's kind of gaining the send and like bouncing up and down. And you get that kind of mad, fizzy, distorted 808. You can then take that and use it on any of your bass patches, and then fiddle, EQ, and go from there. So I hope that helped, guys. Peace out.